Well, you just set up a giant red flag.
If I said no, and
might as well just set up a drug smuggler.
Look, if I
why
said,
why don't you just stand there in the middle of the airport? I'm a drug smuggler.
So I'm in Bermuda, right? And in the beaches of Bermuda, there's all this broken off coral. It's not part of the big coral reef, just broken pieces
Just
floating around.
on the beach, you find pieces of coral.
So we picked up like half a bucket full. And we're like, this is great. We're going to bring it back to back home. Little did I know you can't bring it back home. You can't. The TSA or the customs in Bermuda coming back into America, they don't want you to bring in these pieces of sea life.
Oh, what do you say? The TSA or customs in a... All right, so you're talking about... It's Bermuda. Is it Bermuda law that you can't take like pieces of coral out of the country, or is it our customs and border protection that don't want you bringing stuff into our country?
It was American customs, but you do it in Bermuda.
Right. Yeah. So in the Bahamas, there are certain spots where you can clear customs over there. So that was okay. Gotcha.
So we're clearing customs, and my bag gets picked to go through, and we stuffed them in like a Pringles can.
So you kind of knew you were doing something bad?
No,
Or?
we needed to snow. I didn't know.
Of course, Fester had a Pringles can in his luggage.
Yeah.
Do you know how much Pringles is in Bermuda? It was like $12.
He had famous Amos chocolate chip cookie bags. Speaking of beef jerky, it was in there. He had pork rinds. He had one of those big 36-count display boxes of Snickers bars that you see at the store, all in his luggage.
All my luggage. Yeah. So it was the Snicker bars that must have set off the camera. Or the
fried chicken in there in a bag.
So
all sugar packs.
I get sent off to the side, and then the customs agent is there, and she has me fill out a declaration form. And she goes, "Is there
I declare."
And she says, "Is there anything in your bag?" And I was like, "I don't think so." But I checked, yes, there might be, right? So I declared it.
What? So you just set your own red flag off?
I told her, she goes, "Is there anything in the bag we should know about?" I was like, "No, just a couple of souvenirs, a couple of things we picked up."
Fester, you're a putz. All right, go ahead.
And then she goes, "Is there anything else?" And I said, "Well, yeah, we got a couple of shells from the beach. She goes, you can't bring endangered life or sea life back to the States." And I was like, "I didn't know this."
I don't have a Bohemian stingray.
So I hit the yes that I might have something in my bag.
Well, you just set up a giant red flag.
If I said no, and
might as well just set up a drug smuggler.
Look, if I
why
said,
don't you just stand there in the middle of the airport? I'm a drug smuggler.
Does crack count?
I'm a mule.
I'm Fester Escobar.
Okay, first of all, if I would have said no and then they would have found it, I would have lied on a federal document, and then it would have been like evading custom officer
You wouldn't
charges.
have known. You said, "I didn't know I can't take this piece of."
That doesn't cut it. You can't go to customs and say, "Oh, I didn't know you were going to smuggle this cocaine in my butt." No, you can't do that.
Fester is not El Chapo. Fester's El Gordo.
So I was like, "Listen, I told you we have some shells in there. If something I have in there is more important than I think it is, I'm marking yes." And she went through the luggage, and she found the Pringles can. And she thought she was like just busting El Chapo. She was like, "Oh,
sour cream and onion, huh?
What's all this?" And I'm like, "I told you what was in there."
All right, so what happened?
You don't look like the light Pringle type.
Did they take it, or were you able to travel with your shells or coral, whatever?
They took it.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, they took it." And my wife's like, "Don't worry. They didn't find it in the other bag." So I got all this coral that I smuggled back in from Bermuda, and that's it. I didn't get arrested.